The EU's executive has been accused of being blind to black and minority ethnic communities after they failed to feature in a new diversity initiative to make the European Commission's senior posts more representative, under a new diversity and inclusion charter, launched by the German Commissioner, Günther Oettinger, who was accused last year of racism and homophobia. The Commission has set as its goal the creation of a better workplace for all, including women, staff with disabilities, lesbian, gay, bisexual, transsexual and intersex, LGBTI staff and older staff. The Commission announced a target of having at least 40% women in management by 2019. In a letter to Jean-Claude Juncker, Syed Kamal, the Tory MEP who leads the European Conservatives and Reformists group in the European Parliament, said he welcomed attempts to ensure the EU better represented those it served, but Kamal added that he was very concerned by the failure of the Commission to make mention of a need to tackle the lack of ethnic and racial diversity within EU institutions. Every commissioner in Juncker's cabinet, known as the College, is white. They are nominated by the member states, but their appointments are approved by the European Parliament. Within the European Parliament, of the 776 MEPs elected in 2014, fewer than 20 are thought to be from a minority ethnic background, although no official statistics are held. All white and just one woman. Why is our Brexit team like this? Tanya Brannigan. Read more. As a group leader in the European Parliament, an institution whose motto is "United in Diversity," I find the lack of racial and ethnic diversity within the European institutions deeply concerning, Kamal wrote to Juncker. Since I became an MEP in 2005, I have seen very little progress in terms of representation of the black and minority ethnic BME communities within the institutions, with representation of staff and members falling far below what is representative of BME communities in many of the member states which we represent. We need only look at the Commission College, and amongst senior staff at the European Commission, to see the lack of representation of officials from BME communities in our institutions. Kamal, a Muslim born in Islington, North London, who is of Indo-Guyanese descent, said he feared the UK's exit from the EU in March 2019 would only reduce the representation of minority ethnic groups in Brussels. Whilst the UK may be leaving the European Union, my fear is that with its departure, we will see a far diminished BME representation here in the Parliament and elsewhere in the European Union institutions, he wrote. We as institutions are best served by reflecting the diversity which exists in our own society. A diversity of views, religions, ethnicities, gender, and sexuality increases tolerance, makes for more inclusive policy making, and makes us more representative of our citizens.